The Best 96.3, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano with your news for today, December 20th, 2011. Starting today, Texas Department of Public Safety troopers will be beefing up enforcement on the roadways to ensure safety and nab impaired drivers. Thanks to a $1.5 million grant from the Texas Department of Transportation that will pay for the additional troopers on patrol through January 1st, will target DWI enforcement over various holidays throughout the year, according to a press release. During last year's holiday season, troopers made over 1,200 DWI arrests. Of those, 449 were made by troopers whose patrols were funded through the TxDOT grant. But troopers aren't just looking for suspected drunk drivers. They're also looking for unsafe drivers. DPS says all available troopers will be on patrol across the state during the Christmas and New Year's weekend to enforce traffic safety as a part of what they call Operation Holiday. Flooding in Del Rio will soon diminish after the master watershed study has been completed and implemented. The study, which has been in the works for some time now, is in the home stretch over the next few months. And Wesley Young of CPNY says it should be completed by the middle of February or March. Young said at Tuesday's city council meeting that his company has already looked into and created new watershed models that can be used to develop and control floodwaters anywhere in the city. He stressed that he and his company do not want a repeat of the flood in 1998. However, in order for the city to execute the plan set out by the watershed study, Mayor Fernandez said funding would need to be in place because of the large price tag.
This is going to be a massive undertaking for the city, so obviously we're going to have to look at federal, state, and local funding.
Young said his company will help Del Rio seek out that funding. The tragic flood that shocked Del Rio in 1998 dropped more than 15 inches of rain in a 12-hour period, killing 6 people and injuring 40 others. Over 100 homes were destroyed and more than 1,000 buildings were damaged, including historical landmarks. Mayor Fernandez said that if the city had had something in place during that time, people would have been saved.
If we had had something in 98, we wouldn't have lost the lives that we lost in 98.
Captain Noel with the Del Rio Police Department said yesterday afternoon that officers have recently been seeing unattended children and teens at the mall and restaurants and is now urging parents to beware.
Recently, we've seen a lot of children wandering parking lots, and it makes them vulnerable to criminal activity.
According to the Texas Department of Public Safety Public Sex Offender Registry, there are 74 registered sex offenders in Del Rio. The U.S. Department of Justice reports that over 2,000 children are reported missing each day, and close to 800,000 go missing each year. An estimated 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 10 boys will be sexually victimized before the age of 18, yet only 1 in 3 will tell anyone. Clearly, much more needs to be done. You can catch us every weekday with your up-to-date, up-to-the-minute news. Follow us on Twitter, KTDR-FM, or on our webpage, thebestktdr.com. With your radio news, I'm Ana Alicia Anguiano.
This segment brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings of Del Rio. Great food, no bull.